عليكم. اسمي طلال اليماني، سيلز مانجر بشركة اتيبكس. اشتركت بهذا البريباريشن كورس عشان اجهز لامتحان البي ام بي، وبنفس الوقت الفائدة العملية اللي ممكن يعود علي فيها من خلال حياتي العملية ومن خلال شغلي، وحتى من خلال الحياة الشخصية برضه ممكن. الحمد لله رب العالمين، كان الكورس على قدر المتوقع، وأعطانا أكثر مما إحنا يعني كنا نتخيل إنه ممكن ناخذ من هيك كورس، والحمد لله رب العالمين كان بكل المقاييس خطوة ناجحة وخطوة جيدة، وهذا هو كل شيء ممكن أقدر أقول على هذا الكورس.
My name is Faisal Nahmani. I'm owner and manager of Digital Gateway. We came to do the project management professional training course so that we can take the PMI exam. I learned a lot from the training, professionally and career-wise skills, and I really look forward to using this knowledge to improve my career and business.
PMI is coming up with is very logical, that they think that the qualities or cross-cutting skills, whenever you read cross-cutting skills, you can think in your mind about soft skills. Why they are called cross-cutting, I would let you know. The soft skills required in different process groups are different. For example, when you are initiating the project, probably you need more of leadership quality, you need more of negotiation skills, you need more of motivational skills, because you need to get the project team going, so on and so forth. But once you enter into the planning stage, then again the dimensions of soft skills actually changes. Then you need to actually probably present the costing and budgets to the management. You need to have the leadership quality. You need to get your team on board on this, and then there are some conflicts as well, probably with your client or with your management. And then once you enter into execution, that dimension totally changes, because now you are actually performing the work of the project. And then probably you need to have the skills of expectations management or negotiation skills. And then once you are entering into closing, the dimensions of soft skills changes. That's why it's called cross-cutting skills. That as you move along with the project, you need different kind of soft skills to manage the current situation of the project. What are these soft skills? This is a brief of those soft skills, and we'll be discussing them very briefly in the last week. But they are self-explanatory, and I can explain few of them. For example, cultural sensitivity and diversity. We already discussed that we are taking an example of a very large project where people are coming from multiple cultural backgrounds. One simple rule which I normally follow in my trainings is that I never discuss things about politics, religion, and race, or anything related to that. So I keep that as a principle for myself. So why I do that? Because people are sensitive about few things, and if I misquote, or intentionally or unintentionally, I might hurt someone, which I of course don't want. And the same happens when you are working in a project team. People are coming from different cultural backgrounds. Some are coming from a Western culture, which is of course different from where we belong or what our religion dictates, so on and so forth. But once they are part of our project team, of course, uh, we need to actually merge them with ourselves. And similarly, they need to learn that what are the basic principles which we follow in work. For example, in Saudi, specifically at the time of prayer, which is a very nice thing to have, businesses closed. So this is something coming from the culture, and that needs to be understood by everyone coming in. Small thing, but it matters. And then there are a few other things which needed to be adapted by the people coming. So that is called a cultural sensitivity aspect. So similarly, if you are working with Jews, you don't need to actually talk about that. You are controlling the world's economy. So I have seen that people start discussing things at workplace which has nothing to do with what project is trying to do. Yes, you have difference of opinion. You come from a different point of view. People start discussing about Palestine. People start discussing about Kashmir. People start discussing about so many other different things. But then you need to understand that people are sensitive on some issues, and they might not take the discussion in a very healthy manner. So, and then there are some principles which actually different cultures have in their hand. For example, the people coming from West, uh, generally they are more organized, they are more blunt in responding to the questions or in their behavior. Why? Because they are coming from a different culture. They'll if they have any problems with your work behavior or with your work, they'll be very blunt. But the region, specifically Pakistan and India, when a boss has to say something to his subordinates, he encapsulate it in a way that it is taken very politely. But in the West culture, it's very straight. If I am wrong, I am wrong. No encapsulations. I'll be said very so few things, very small things, but they matter a lot when you are working in different with the people of different cultural backgrounds. Prioritization and time management. This is very important. That as a project manager, individually you need to manage your time as well. You might not be working on a single project only. You might be working on multiple projects. Normally, it happens that one project manager, you are very lucky if you're working on a single project. Normally, the companies who are earning through projects, they engage you in multiple projects. So you need to actually manage your time individually as well. There, is- right? Is there like techniques and amount training for time management as well? Not specifically, not specifically. They have a complete knowledge area of project time management, but it of course talks about the overall project, not the personal time. Active listening. Active listening is a skill. You might be in different meetings that you have observed that you are speaking and people are listening. But listening is very difficult thing. Listening means that you are not only understanding what the speaker or the person to whom you are talking is saying, but you are actually inferring the meaning of it as well. And then you are trying to understand that what exactly this person is trying to communicate to me, and how should I respond. And of course, while responding or while in communication, both the verbal and non-verbal communication comes into play. So both verbally and non-verbally, you are communicating and responding back. And interestingly, I was watching a documentary on History Channel. They claim, and they are experts of reading the body language. They say that 93% of communication is non-verbal body language. You can tell exactly that what the person is thinking or what the person is taking out of the discussion just by reading the body language.
read the book about
Yeah, and who watched that documentary? History Channel, body language techniques. It's on the
There is something.
politicians.
Well, there is some course also very good in this matter. It's called NLP, Neuro Language Programming.
NLP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neuro Language Programming. I had this in 2004, but it still helps me until now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That actually Robin. He teaches that.
One of the book writers. One of the book writers.
Then there is the motivational method. It's a subject of its own that how do you motivate the people. But now what has been established by experience is that normally if you ask someone that how should I motivate my team, and the answer will come that it's the money actually which motivates. But it's not like that. Money is not the matter. Assume that you are discussing things with the CEO or member of board of directors or a very senior person sitting on a high post, probably taking millions of dollars per annum. He or she will not be motivated through money. So there are some other elements to it. For example, if you give someone a challenging task, probably that will motivate him or her. If you appreciate someone in the presence of some other people, that will probably motivate him or her. So there are some different ways to motivate people. And one important note is that motivation is an individual topic. We are five people in this room. All of us will be motivated in a different manner. It cannot be said that, as a project manager, I take all of you out, for example, to see a movie or go to a beach or just roam around in the car. Probably one or two of us will enjoy, but rest of us will get bored. So motivation is an individual topic. So you need to actually understand individually, if possible, that what motivates the project team members. But it is very important element. Leadership. Now again, you will have lots of material and lots of books and lots of series on leadership. But let's make it very simple, and let me conclude it in one simple sentence. Uh, what I personally believe, and it can be wrong, of course, is that a leader is someone who actually inspires uh, by his own character. That's simply about it. If you want your project team now, how to do that? That was the theory. How to do that? If you want your project team members to come on time, you come on time. If you want your project team members to behave in some certain manner, you start behaving in that certain manner. If you want your project team members to perform on the project the way you want, you first demonstrate them that in the same given situation how to perform to that particular level. That's leadership.